Welcome to Los Santos, the city of saints, the city of sinners, the ultimate simulation of the American dream. On the surface, Grand Theft Auto V is the most successful entertainment product in history. It is a playground where we can do anything. We steal cars, we rob banks, we cause chaos without consequences. It is the ultimate power fantasy. But if you stop the car, turn off the radio, and actually listen to the silence, you realize something terrifying. Nobody in this city is happy. Specifically, the three men we control are not just criminals. They are broken archetypes. They are miserable. Most players think having three protagonists was just a gameplay feature. But Rockstar Games was doing something much deeper. They were building a psychological map of the human mind. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, proposed that the human psyche is divided into three parts: the ID, the ego, and the superego. In this video, we're going to prove that Trevor, Michael, and Franklin are not three different people. They are three parts of one single, broken soul. And understanding them might just explain why modern life feels so empty. Is Michael DeSanta living the dream? Or is he trapped in a nightmare? Let's analyze. Before we dissect the men, we must understand the cage they live in. Los Santos is not just a backdrop. It is a character. It is a hyper-realistic satire of Western civilization. A place where vanity is a virtue, and greed is the only religion. Look at the advertisements in the game. Look at the TV shows Michael watches. Everything screams one message: you are not enough. Buy this, and you will be happy. This is the soil in which our three protagonists grow. And from this toxic soil, the first archetype emerges. The rawest, most terrifying part of the human psyche. In Freudian psychology, the ID is the primitive part of the mind. It is the source of all our drives, instincts, and impulses. It does not know morality. It does not know logic. It only knows I want. It wants sex. It wants violence. It wants chaos. And it wants it now. Trevor Phillips is the pure embodiment of the ID. Think about how he is introduced to us. While Michael is sipping whiskey by a pool, Trevor is in the middle of a brutal, animalistic act. Within minutes, he kills the protagonist of the previous game. This was not a random writing choice by Rockstar. It was a statement. They were killing the serious, gloomy drama of the past to make way for the pure chaos of the present. Trevor has no social filter. If he is angry, he kills. If he is horny, he acts. If he is sad, he screams. He represents the player's darkest desires. When we play GTA, we don't follow traffic laws. We don't wait in line. We blow things up just to see the explosion. We act like Trevor. But here's the irony. Trevor is the only honest character in the game. Michael lies to his family. Franklin lies to himself about his business. But Trevor knows exactly what he is. He accepts his nature. However, a human cannot survive on pure impulse alone. Pure ID leads to self-destruction. Trevor is lonely. He is constantly seeking a mother figure, a family, connection. The ID cries out for love, but it only knows how to destroy. But if Trevor is the chaos of the desert, we need someone to balance him out. We need someone who tries to ascend. We need the superego. We need Franklin. If Trevor is the chaos we suppress, Franklin is the person we try to be. In Freudian theory, the superego is the moral compass. It is the component of personality composed of the internalized ideals that we have acquired from our parents and society. It strives for perfection. It wants to follow the rules to achieve a reward. Franklin Clinton starts the game at the bottom, but his eyes are fixed on the top. Unlike Trevor, Franklin doesn't want to burn the world down. He wants to own a piece of it. He wants the suit, the car, the mansion. He believes in the system. He represents the modern grind set. He is the hustler. Notice how Franklin acts between the other two. He is often the voice of reason. When Trevor and Michael are arguing like children, Franklin is the one saying, "Man, let's just get the job done." He is trying to be professional in the world of amateurs. But Franklin's tragedy is his naivety. He looks at Michael DeSanta and sees a god. He sees a retired criminal living in a mansion with a pool and thinks, that is success. That is what I want. He chooses Michael as his mentor. This is the tragic irony of the superego. It chases an ideal that is actually hollow. Franklin thinks escaping the hood will solve his problems. He thinks becoming like Michael will bring him happiness. He doesn't realize that he is running towards a cliff. He is trying to become a man who hates his own life. And that brings us to the center of the storm. The man who has it all and has nothing. And here we are, the ego. According to Freud, the ego is the part of the personality that deals with reality. It is caught in the middle. It has to satisfy the wild desires of the ID without violating the strict rules of the superego, society, Franklin, the law. It is a constant, exhausting balancing act. Michael DeSanta is the ego personified, and he is exhausted. Michael achieved the American dream. He won. He got the money, the immunity deal, the big house in Rockford Hills. By all capitalist metrics, he should be the happiest man alive. But look at him. He spends his days drinking by the pool, watching old movies, and hating his family. Why is Michael so miserable? Because the ego cannot exist in a vacuum. Michael tried to kill his past. He tried to kill Trevor, symbolically and literally in the prologue. He tried to become a normal suburban dad. But you cannot kill the ID. Repression only makes it stronger. This is why Michael keeps getting pulled back into crime. He tells himself he has to do it for the money. But that's a lie. He needs the chaos. He needs to feel alive again. The tennis coach, the yoga instructor, the ungrateful children. These are just symptoms of a life built on a lie. Michael represents the midlife crisis of the entire Western world. He is the realization that buying things doesn't fill the hole in your soul. He goes to therapy, but he doesn't want to change. He takes pills, but they don't work. He buys expensive suits, but he feels like a fake. He is trapped. If he unleashes his inner Trevor, he loses his family and status. If he follows the rules like Franklin wants, he dies of boredom. So he sits by the pool, rotting in the sun, a wealthy corpse. But the story of GTA 5 is not just about these men staying the same. It is about what happens when these three parts of the psyche, the ID, the ego, and the superego, are forced to work together. At the end of the game, the player, acting as Franklin, the superego, is given a choice. Devin Weston and the FIB want you to cut off a limb. They ask you to kill Trevor, the ID, or kill Michael, the ego. Most players intuitively know that option A and option B feel wrong. Psychologically, they are suicides. If you choose to kill Trevor, you are killing your passion. You are suppressing the ID completely. Michael might survive, but he becomes a hollow shell. Without the ID, there is no drive, no energy, no life force. You become a robot of society, a safe, boring, dead soul. If you choose to kill Michael, you are killing your connection to reality. You destroy the ego. Without the ego to balance things, the superego has no structure to cling to. It is a collapse of the self. This is why option C, Death Wish, is the only true ending. It is not just a happy ending. It is the moment of psychological integration. For the first time, the ID, the ego, and the superego stop fighting each other. They realize that the real enemy is not within. The real enemy is the toxic world outside, the FIB, the billionaires, the hypocrites. When Trevor, Michael, and Franklin work together, they are unstoppable. They eliminate the external threats because they have finally achieved internal balance. So is Grand Theft Auto 5 a satire of the American dream? Yes. Is it a parody of modern capitalism? Absolutely. But beneath the satire, it is a story about the fractured modern mind. We are all Michael DeSanta. We sit in our comfortable cages, distracted by expensive toys, feeling empty inside. We repress our inner Trevor because we are afraid of our own anger. We chase Franklin's illusions of success, thinking the next promotion or the next car will finally make us happy. Perhaps the lesson of GTA 5 is not to become a criminal mastermind. The lesson is that you cannot kill the parts of yourself you don't like. You cannot buy happiness, and you cannot ignore your shadow. You have to accept the monster, the dreamer, and the realist inside you. Because if you don't, you are just another NPC in a city of plastic dreams. Thanks for watching. If you want to explore more dark psychology in cinema, gaming, and pop culture, subscribe to ScreenPsyche. We're just getting started.